Hello everybody, it's Debbie from Reflections on the Dance, and I just wanted to leave you guys with a little video just to thank you, for all of your support and love throughout the last 3 years. I really, really appreciate that, and as most of you know, I am planning on closing the page down. And I feel that this page has fulfilled its purpose. It was here to help bring healing, to help unite the Michael Jackson fan community, and to make people aware of the website. And in many ways, it became sort of, a mission of sorts. It became a place where a lot of people felt that they could come to and, feel peace, and many people described it to me as sort of an oasis in the desert. And many things have happened since then, and the page is not, what it used to be. It's not the way that it used to be. And of course, there's been, many conflicts, many misconceptions, and so it's time to move forward. And I feel that it's time to move forward in the community as a whole, to keep loving Michael, to keep his legacy alive, to keep putting truth out there, and at the same time finding that joy, within, and really, getting out there and enjoying life, and finding joy again, and helping other people. Whatever you can do, taking the gifts that God gave you and putting them out there, and doing something positive to make the world a better place, which is what Michael always spoke of. I didn't make any notes, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to share with you guys. But, I think the biggest thing is, we have to learn to operate from a place of love. And if we're not doing that, then we're not going to show the world. We're not going to be an example to the world of Michael's message, which I think is important. And we're not going to be doing the best for ourselves or others, because if we're concentrating so much on trying to make other people look bad, or making everything in the fan community a competition, or this person's bad, this person's good, if we're spending all our time on that kind of thing, we're not going to accomplish anything. We're not going to, all it's going to accomplish is more drama, and it won't accomplish the main focus of trying to bring everybody together and to make a difference. It's not about me. It's not about any of you. It's about everybody coming together as a whole and contributing their own gifts, and their own your own gifts, your own what you're able to contribute into the community, into the Michael Jackson fan community, and also into your own communities, your neighborhoods, your cities, your families, with your friends, helping people who need help. That's where it's at, and that's what Michael always spoke about. So I think we have to just come back to that, and to come back to finding that, and being able to say, okay, this is what we need to do. we're going to drop all this competition. We're going to drop all of these things that continue to go on, in the community, and just move forward. I think that's the biggest thing. And for me, many of you know the different things that went on, and I have really tried to share from my heart and be honest about everything that happened. I tried to share as honestly as I am able what went on, and I don't really want to go into that anymore. I've already shared it. People, it to keep rehashing it, doesn't do any good. But we need to let that drop. We need to let so many other things drop, and we need to give each other grace. We need to give each other the benefit of the doubt. Just as when we look at the media and the public and how Michael was so severely judged without people having facts, we have to, I think that's one of the biggest lessons really that Michael's life left, was to not do that, to look at what happened with him and to say, what, we can't, we should not be doing that to one another. We should not be doing that to anybody in life. And just focus on, focus on the things that really matter. And just stop the hate, stop the anger, stop the jealousy, stop the competition that's so prevalent, not only in the Michael Jackson fan community, but in the world at large, really. And there's so many things that cause that. There's, people either don't feel good about themselves and they want to make themselves feel better by putting other people down, which never, that doesn't really work, because internally you're not going to feel good about yourself if you're putting other people down. The idea is, I'll feel better about myself if I make this person look small, but it doesn't work. And the only way to continue it is to continue putting other people down. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's something that you have to, keep doing. And when we do that, we're not doing any good. We're not contributing to making the world a better place. We're not contributing any of the gifts that God gave us, because if you use the gifts that God gave you, if you use those, you will not. You're not going to have a problem with hate or anger, really, because you're going to be concentrating on the positive. And that's what we need to do. Just focus on what God gave you. Every single one of you has wonderful qualities. You have gifts, you have talents and abilities that only you are able to use in the way that they've been given to you. So when you don't use those, the world is missing out on your gift. So that's one of the main things that you have to focus on. And focusing on that joy. I realize that we just went through the anniversary, the 3 years of Michael being gone, and it's hard to think that he's been gone for 3 years already. It's those 3 years went by very quickly, and I think that if we look at Michael's life and we say, okay, he lost so many people, he had so much loss. He lost a lot of people that were mentors to him, that he looked up to, a lot of people he was close to, and then of course he went through his own personal, a lot of personal pain throughout his whole life. But he didn't let that stop him. You know, he took that, used that pain, and then went forward and did something positive with it, and made a difference in the world because of that. And that's what we each individually need to do, is to take that pain and any loss, hurt, anything that has happened to you personally, dealing with your loss of, the loss that you feel for Michael, and take that and do something really positive with it. Use your gifts. Don't focus on the pain, because we have to. If you stay stagnant there, you're not going to ever move forward, and you can't do any good if you stay in that place of pain. Michael knew that. He kept moving forward. So that's really important. Moving forward does not mean forgetting. Nobody here is ever going to forget Michael. I know that. And it doesn't mean you're not letting anybody down. You're not letting Michael down. You're not letting the community down if you take that mourning and try to come out of that place of mourning and experience joy. That's to me, I believe that's one of the most healing things that could happen in this community, because then you have a group of people who are very healthy, moving forward, and taking this message out there and making a difference. And then the world will see Michael's message. The world will see, what he stood for, because his fans will be out there and living that. And so many of you already do. But this is sort of I know there's so many of you that are still in pain. So anyways, those are the main things that I wanted to focus on. And, just kind of put that message out there, and just say, we need to move forward. We need to experience joy again, to put love as the absolute center of everything that you do, whether it's, here online or in your families, with your friends, in your community. Put love as a center, and let go of all the past. Let go of all of the hurts of the past. Let go of anger and resentment and the competition and all the things that go on. This community is no different than the world at large, as far as it's plagued with all the same problems that the world at large has. And this happens in the church too. So many people, we tend to think, well, this is a community of Michael fans, and we should get his message and we should live it, and it should look different. And that's true. It should look different. And it's the same thing with the church, because so many times, in the church, we know that, we have faith, we believe certain things, and yet so many in the church don't live that. People don't see it. So the message gets jumbled. People look and say, well, how can I believe that if this person doesn't look like they have any joy, So I think if people could look at our community as, community of fans who cared about this man and what he stood for, and they could see the fruits there, they could see they could look and see clearly Michael's message being lived out, what he stood for. They could, that would make a huge difference, So those are my main things that I wanted to touch on. Just, let's move forward. Let's let things from the past be gone. Let it drop. Whatever grievances you have against different people in the fan community, let it go, and just move forward and concentrate on what you're doing. Don't concentrate on what everybody else is doing, because most of the time we don't know the whole story. And I speak obviously from experience here because of things that went on that involved me and my name and people's opinions. But most people that were speaking on it did not know the story. They don't know the facts behind it. And I shared most of that, everything I was able to with you all now, as at a point in time when I was able to do that. But my story is not unique. There are many people in this fan community and in the world at large who are falsely spoken about, or we have certain perceptions, but we don't know them. We've never met them. Again, this is a lesson that that Michael lived, and that we need to learn from going forward. So that's without me rambling on any further. I realize I've already gone a little too long here. I want to leave that with you guys. I want to thank you so much for all the support, all the love. It's meant a lot to me, and it's not an easy thing for me to say goodbye to this page. It's meant a lot to me, and it was a sense of community that this page once had. And the peace that was here was something beautiful, and I know so many of you that were part of that, are still here, and I'm just grateful that I was able to do this for the length of time I was able to. And the Reflections page will always stand. It will always be here. The blog will be here. And, sometimes certain parts of a project or a mission are complete, and it's time to move to a new direction. So that's where it stands. And again, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and I just want all of us to move forward and to just to go and experience life and be happy and feel that joy again. Think about Michael and his how he appreciated every little thing that he saw, whether it be a butterfly or hearing birds sing, or the different sounds and sights of nature, or the smile on a baby's face. All of those things, little things, made him happy. And it's the simple things that tend to make the most difference, that are really what we should concentrate on. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I love you guys, and we'll meet again. I hope to one day meet some of you in person as well. So lots of love to you, and have a great day, have a great week, and we will talk later. All right, bye-bye.